the heck is this? Paging me at 5:46 in the morning, clock of dawn. Now I'm yawning, wipe the cold from my eyes. See who's this paging me and why? It's my man Pop from the barbershop. Told me he was in the gambling spot and heard the intricate plot. Now people wanna stick you like fly paper, neighbor. Slow down, love, please chill, drop the caper.
What's up, my people? That time of the year again, baby. Welcome to My Voice, Our Agenda. Another episode. Like always, I want to give a big shout out to my God. Thank you for waking me up this morning. I thank you for all the blessings. Without you, I'm nothing. With you, I'm everything. Today is a very touching educational subject I want to talk about. It's very important. It's a topic that's very is absent in mainstream media. If you're on social media, you probably came across it. Um, I've heard about this years ago. Didn't think that it'd be so prevalent in 2025. Historically, that's been going on in the South for years. Um, I had many conversations with my pops about it, even my mom, about the dark side of the 50s, the 40s, 50s, and 60s, and even before that, among our black people. And, with the Jim Crow and slavery and the civil rights movement, um, segregation, so much has happened. And, we hear all the stories and, the trauma, the murders, everything, right? The dark side of America, which a lot of people don't want to talk about. And it's very interesting. Here we are, September of 2025, and I'm talking about the racial tension that's rising, right? Ever since Donald Trump been in office, and even before that, I think they're happy that their grand wizard is leading without pause, and those old rednecks, old time Southern boys, they're now awake, and you're starting to see it more now with the social media. See, back then they didn't have cell phones and cameras and stuff like that, and there was so much more going on back then. What's going on now? It just wasn't televised. You didn't have cell phones, but now you have cell phones, social media, and everything is raw, right in your face. So you can imagine what our parents and grandparents and great grandparents had to go through, and it was kept um, outside of the media. But even now, it's kept outside of the media. But with social media, you get a clear view of what we're going through as black people. And I don't make this video for sympathy. I don't make this video for somebody to feel bad about me and my people. I make this video for awareness, to enlighten, and to educate, also to warn people of the hostilities that's still going on against us. Um, my attitude is fight back, unify. You know, what they can do, we should be able to do better right now. There's no reason for us to just sit back and let things happen. It's already written. It is obvious the FBI, the CIA, the local police officers, everybody are in bed with the MAGA movement, is in bed with white supremacy. Supreme Court has no bearing on what decisions are made as far as laws to prohibit hatred in America. So basically, we are on our own, like we always have been. But to have this conversation in 2025 is not having this conversation to talk about what happened 40, 50, 60 years ago, even 30, 40 years ago. We're talking about today. The lynching. They're finding bodies, black bodies, men and women hanging from trees. In 2025, black women by the thousands being abducted and they're missing. Women, little girls, boys, black are being abducted every day. And there's no media coverage. So you have the lynchings that's still going on in 2025. You have black women and girls and children are coming up missing by the thousands, and nobody's talking about it. But it's very interesting. I want y'all to look at something that's very interesting that I find very, like, it's really crazy to me that, you know, I have to really watch this video, and I was shocked to see that it's still going on. It's amazing. It's really amazing, and I have to show you guys this, because if you never heard of it, you're about to find out about it right now. So I'm about to make some movement with my camera here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So bear with me here. I'm never afraid to let you guys see what's going on. Um,
Let me just piggyback off the video I made about the sundown town. When I was unloading my truck, I asked the lady to back up, please, and she said no. I kid you not, in less than 2 minutes, I looked on the side of me, on my right side, I looked down, and the sheriff pulled up on us. He looked at her, she looked at him, and she backed up a little bit. My third stop, I met a guy in the line, and I ain't gonna lie, I was extra. I was paranoid. I was getting in my truck, and I see him pulling up in his truck, and he said, "Come here." And I didn't go, so he came to my truck, and he was like, "Why are you looking so paranoid?" And I said, "I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to disrespect you in no kind of way." I said, "I don't see no blacks out here. I've been to 3 stores." And that man told me, first he asked me, did I hear about what happened? Then I said, "No, I ain't hear about what happened." He said, "Well, you'll be fine." He asked me, "Do I have a Snapchat?" I said, "Yeah, I have a Snapchat." He said, "If you anything around your truck, give me a call." And I said, No, hold up. What happened around here?" And he said, "You're in a sundown town." He said, "Get in your truck. Don't come back out tonight. It's 8 o'clock at this point." He said, "Lock your doors, close your curtains, and as soon as you did, like that man told me that. So it's way beyond a dark road. The guy told me tonight. He said, "You're in the sundown town, but you're good. You're safe. Just go in your truck, lock your doors. Don't get out till tomorrow." But y'all be careful.
Alright, what's up, guys? So, I'm just here to shed light and help everybody out. So, check this out. Y'all already know the rules.
I thought I'll give you a little glimpse of that, what's going on. I apologize for the audio. Yeah, so Sundown Town. Sundown Town. That's in the dirty South, where you have to be in your home. North Carolina, South Carolina, deep, deep South Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi. All those deep South places. You got to be in your home before the sun goes down, or they gonna come hunting for you. This is real shit. 2025. We have to really understand, and I said it before, what MAGA means, Make America Great Again. This is what I'm talking about. It was great to them to go hunting, to go lynching, burning our bodies alive and taking out our body parts while we hanging. Billie Holiday sung a song back in the day called Strange Fruit. I want you all to go look that song up, Billie Holiday, Strange Fruit. And when you're listening to it, I want you to use your imagination. Listen to the song very carefully. That's what our grandparents and parents, great-grandparents had to experience. Burning flesh, hanging from a tree. So that's what they're doing now. What are they doing with all these missing black children and black women? What are they doing with our bodies? What's going on? Where they at? Why nobody ain't talking about it? I call it the quiet storm. There's a hell of a storm going out here in America, but it's quiet. I was watching Hassan Campbell, and even before that, I heard bits and pieces of it, but I was watching Hassan Campbell podcast one day, and I came across that. Very, very alarming. Somebody have to get this news out. It may not be that information or the news break that a lot of us want to see or want to hear. But on my platform, that's why I'm here. I want to give that type of information out. Because you might be traveling, whether you're a truck driver, or you coming from the north to the south, or you just leaving your home to go to the grocery store and not really paying attention to what's going on around you. You got to be aware of your surroundings. Those dark roads going through North Carolina and South Carolina and Georgia and Mississippi. Make sure you're home before the street lights come on. Well, hell, a lot of them places don't even have street lights. Before that sun go down. Sundown Town. Look it up. It's real. Missing women, children, finding bodies hanging. They were lynched. And this is what I'm saying about our law enforcement. When they finding these bodies hanging from a tree, it was suicide. Self-inflicted. And you listen to the parents and the family members of the deceased, and they tell you, nah, that ain't happened. Yes, we know suicide happens. But how many people you know that will run and find a tree and tie a noose around their neck as a black person and hang themselves? Perfectly formed noose. If you don't know what a noose is, it's a rope that's tied a certain way that they use to lynch black folk during Jim Crow slavery. Well, we passed that. We ain't not even talking about the past no more. We talking about today. Somebody got to tell his story. There's a lot going on around us, man. We so busy worried about things that don't even matter. Sundown town. Sundown town. Missing black children, black women by the thousands. Oh, we're not living a lie. This has to be addressed. My platform is to be informative. I have to give information that I feel that can help my people. I know a lot of people that like to travel to the South. Just be careful, because Donald Trump has woken up his devil. They plotting, they lurking. Every phase of the game is being addressed. Every phase of the game. Whatever they have in that blueprint, that book, where they want to destroy everybody that's not white, they're doing it. And what better way to do it is to become one of the most powerful men in the world, the President of the United States, right? What better way to do it? Lead the charge. His policies speaks for itself. Taking over urban cities. You look at the data, there's a lot of crime going on in red states. You think he's sending people over there? You think he's sending the military over there? Nah, he got specifically the plan of invading, and I'm using the term invading because that's what he's doing. It's not even lawfully right to be doing it. He's breaking all kind of laws, and he don't give a damn. Well, the Supreme Court ain't doing nothing to stop him. So you got a man that's abusing his power to express his inner hate for everything that's not white. And don't get me wrong, if you're white and you're not acting white and you're not living up to that white persona in his eyes, he's coming after your ass too. But his main agenda is to make America great again. The code is alive and well. And they answering it to it. They coming right to the know of hatred. They answering in that call. They coming out the darkness. They don't wear the white sheets no more. They wear the black robe, the police uniform. They're in Congress. They wear suits and ties with a briefcase. They're teachers. They're firemen. They're lawyers. They're not coming at you with the flame and burning crosses. They will pretty soon. quiet storm. It's real. When you have that young lady talking about how she was warned from another person, you go home, gal. And don't you come back out until the sun come up. Lock your doors. Lock your window. Tell your friends. Truck drivers being hunted. Black truck drivers being hunted driving through North Carolina, South Carolina, Mississippi. 2025. Yeah, I'm going to talk about it. And these are facts. So I want y'all to pay attention. Share this video. Let your people know to be careful when they driving through the South at night. I recommend that you don't drive at night through the South. You know, you might slip through the cracks every once in a while, but a lot of them don't make it. Let your people know. Share this video. I want to thank y'all for tuning in again. It is what it is. Be wise on what you do and how you move. Check on your people. You women, pay attention to your surroundings when you getting in your car at night, even in the daytime. You know, you get a flat tire or something like that, do not go to a secluded area. Try to stay in a busy area. Your children, do not answer to strangers. If you don't know a person, do not. Teach your kids that. Go with no strangers. Anybody following you, your parents should teach you the procedures on how to remain in the public eye, how to keep a distance, get to the nearest phone. If you got a cell phone, dial 911, call your parent. If it's at school, tell your teacher. You women, when you're going grocery shopping, laundry, whatever, and you getting in your car, look around first. Look in your back seat. They are lurking. They're out here. Pay attention to your surroundings. They are looking to snatch you up. They are looking to make you another strange fruit. Lynching is back. Kidnapping, abduction is real. I'm not saying white people don't get abducted. That's not what I'm saying. But abduction and kidnapping and missing black women and children since 2022 have risen 36%. Oh, I did my homework. Ain't nobody talking about it. There's no one talking about it. Hit that like button. Share this video. Leave a comment. Integrity is everything. Either you have it or you don't. But before I go, check me out. 49ers, baby, all day. Football start tomorrow, Thursday. Cowboys and the Eagles. Football season is back. Rep your team. 49ers all day, baby. Don't even argue with me. It is what it is. Share this video. My Voice, Our Agenda. The podcast that's on the rise. I love you guys. Thank you for supporting me. Press 69, I'm out.